ready for action.
2v2 on Wolf's Lair. This game is going to be Fiqrie 28 and Fallschrimjaeger playing as US forces versus Ice and Scarface. They're very enthusiastic about their names because they type them in all caps. And this will be my second cast on Wolf's Lair, so I've already done a little bit of commentary on the map itself, which you can check out. Check out that cast if you want more of my thoughts on my initial first impressions about Wolf's Lair. And so far, we're going to see the Allies off to a pretty strong start, trying to take control of both of the flanks, getting that fuel under their control, while the Axis are focusing a little bit more here on the center. Cutoff being taken by conscripts, combat engineers laying a pretty early mine there on the fuel. These two squads of grenadiers working on the victory point, and they're going to move to take control of something else next. Trying to jump into the green cover right here to win themselves an engagement against these conscripts. Molotov tossed in the trench, though. That's going to force the retreat from Ice. And he's got two squads of conscripts in his retreat path. Conscripts moving up to engage grenadiers right here. Ooh. Oh. That was a nasty Molotov. 3 out of 4 grenadiers nailed by that. Hios move up into a green cover position. They're not going to really be able to do anything, though. Other than just stand there dying, I guess. Meanwhile, these grenadiers are in red cover, so I don't know. Don't really see this engagement going well for the Axis over time, although they will continue to provide vision and stall for this mortar. Hios have their really long vision range, so they're going to start pounding away. Those riflemen in cover. Meanwhile, Allies have completely taken control of the north here. Ice is really struggling to maintain the fuel and victory point, forced away by some lucky Molotovs. And he also dedicated a mortar towards the defense in the center, so pretty rough start for him here in the north. And the Axis are going to have almost no fuel coming in for this initial part of the game. An American player here is keeping up the aggression, screening away all those infantry, moving to make a big push against these mortars, which have no defense against counterattack right now. And they'll be forced completely off the battlefield. MG-42 with grenadier support will force a retreat from that conscript squad, though, meaning that's the only squad left to defend this area. These super aggressive mine placements are going to make him bleed as he attempts to take back control of this area. Probably going to hit that mine. Decent chance of him hitting this mine as well if those combat engineers leave their sort of telltale formation right there around that mine. He probably won't be able to finish planting this one without being spotted, though. And we're going to see some harassment for the south by Scarface. Good to send that grenadier squad down here, get that under control while the Allies are not defending. No defenses here in the south. He should be able to get this under control easily. Although he does risk being wiped on retreat if these forces get into his retreat path. Something you have to be very careful about on this map is getting wiped on retreat, because you have to retreat a long way. Combat engineers jump into this trench after they finish that mine, which they did manage to get down. They'll hold the line for a little while against Ice. Hios made their way up here to the point. They don't have a mine. Oh, they do have a minesweeper. Got a minesweeper. You'll be able to sweep up that mine. Good decision to get that minesweeper early. I don't know if he saw mines going down or not. Either way, he should be able to get all of these swept up if he doesn't step on them. I guess they don't sweep up mines if you give them an order to capture a point instead of just stand in a capture circle. That's something that's kind of interesting. He needs to just issue a move order or a stop order or something so that they'll go sweep that up. I didn't know that. Kind of makes sense, I guess.
Our superiors have given us 120mm mortars. Guard rifle infantry squads are now available.
Nice flank by that lieutenant, catches that mortar way out of position and it gets wiped. Continues to advance through this area. It's going to take a lot of damage from these grenadiers. They shouldn't charge at a close range though, their positioning was fine. Not sure why he did that. Cost him one of those squads on retreat. He's going to have to get that out of there. Cutoff needs to be restored because of the positioning of the no man's land on this map. Both of these blobs of territory that cannot capture, that are just trees, I guess, means that if you do not hold this strategic point, you're completely cut off from all resources here in the south. And this map does have COH-1 style victory points that don't connect any territory to any other territory. They're completely isolated from the map in that regard. One map gets triggered right there. He only loses one model though. Nothing too serious. Rifle grenade forces a retreat from that conscript squad, but guards moving up with DP machine guns and ATRSs. Force a retreat right there. This squad also will retreat. Mortar pounding away. Doesn't hit anything. I think he might lose that squad if he hits that mine. Nope, doesn't quite hit the mine right there. He actually sweeps the mine up with the minesweeper right there. Hopefully that minesweeper will get that mine cleared up. This mine in the north has been swept. This one is the only one remaining in this area. S-mine field going down right here needs to be swept up by those guards. Hopefully he won't just walk right over those S-mines. I feel like he's gonna walk right up. Okay, stops just in time. And he's actually going to blow up a cache right there, so pretty nice pickup by those guards, unless the Oster mortar can screen him away. That's water? Apparently there's water right there. Oh yeah, there's like a little puddle right there. Okay, never mind. I was like, what? I didn't even see that little puddle before. Fun fact. I don't know what those minesweepers think they're going to do. It just like charged right into the DP machine gun and PTRS equipped guards. And just got wiped. Okay. Not the best usage of Minesweeper Pyos I've ever seen, but the Axis do have excellent map control right now, and the Allies are kind of in an awkward position where they need to get some territory back. Axis need to recapture their munitions, though. Big push here by the Soviets. Depending on how it goes, we might see some territory go back into Soviet hands. Minesweeper upgrade on these combat engineers to get rid of those S-mines. This MG42 is trying to put some pressure on these guards with mortar support. They are falling pretty low. Meanwhile, the minesweeper is gonna get suppressed here. I don't know what he's doing, just walking into that MG. He just ran right up to it. I guess he's gonna try and toss a grenade. I don't know if it's gonna get wiped or not. Not quite. Ooh, and the mortar seals the deal. Retreats the MG away from that engagement. Should be able to get that repaired and healed up and everything. Meanwhile, Flamethrower retaking the munitions right here. Tries to get tries to get aggressive against the conscripts right there. Jeez. Or against the mortar. Conscripts try to get aggressive against the mortar, and he does wipe it, but that mortar fired one shot at that little blob. Wow, that autocannon hit! What was that? That two-man squad just died to one autocannon shot. Wow. That was a huge hit right there. Meanwhile, the heavy mortar also getting caught in red cover by a grenadier blob. Not good for the Allies. They're getting wrecked. Haven't been paying enough attention to engagements in the south, but they look like they're going just as badly. Ooh. Grenadiers advancing across the south, taking full control of the entire area. Lieutenant is going to slow things down, taking control of the victory point and fuel. And the 222 is going to be forced to retreat from a field gun set up here in the south. Nice positioning on the field gun to get that scout car away from his retreating squads. But I made a comment on my last Wolf's Lair cast that counter-harassment units are so valuable because of wiping things on retreat on a map this big. Even a 222 can wipe squads on retreat on this map, and this is a terrible counter-harassment unit most of the time. But on this map, it actually is not bad. I don't know what those grenadiers are doing though. It's kind of not going to be good if he just loses full grenadier squads to guards walking across red cover. Oh my god. What is he doing? Rifle grenade to counter, though. Nice rifle grenade, does not get dodged. He may win this engagement depending on PTRS hits. Moves into green cover to make that as unlikely as possible. And the guards will retreat. Heavy mortar threatens to wipe the squad, though. Needs to be careful. Grenadiers engaging. Ooh. Shouldn't have done that. Rifle blob here in the south, and he has lost that engagement, and will lose full squads. Do not... Ooh. Thank you very much for your $5 donation. Yes, I absolutely will cast your game next, right after this one. Thank you. It's much appreciated. But Scarface, don't airdrop medical supplies in the middle of engagement. They got nerfed so long ago. That's so like 4 badges ago to do that. That used to be overpowered. Now it doesn't work at all. Units... Wow, the description text hasn't been changed, though. Units won't instantly heal or fight harder. That's not even true. Relic, fix your description. No wonder he did that. That's not even his fault. Well, that's been nerfed. It doesn't do that anymore. Now it heals you only when you're out of combat. It only heals you out of combat. So... 222 is moving to engage at range. Needs to kite. Don't get too close. Don't get too close. Don't want to eat an anti-tank rifle grenade. If you can lure those riflemen into red cover, you probably bleed them pretty hard. Or every shot will miss and he'll do no damage. I don't know. One of those two things. Needs to keep kiting. Needs to keep kiting. That was a pretty decent shot. Slowly damaging those squads as they continue to chase, but he's going to just pull completely out of range. Oh, right into some conscripts. Does he have AT grenades? Yes, he does. That's dead 222. Maybe. Didn't chase. Should have chased. Now I might get away. Now I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's going to keep reversing on this road. It looks like it should be fine as long as it doesn't stop. Ostwind on the field. What did I say about counter-harassment units? They're huge. They're so huge on this map. Takes out the heavy mortar on the retreat. He needs to pull out of the base, though. That combat engineer squad has a PTRS. This vehicle crew has a bazooka. Needs to be careful. Don't lose this thing. It's so powerful. No, no, what's happening? Oh, no, he stuck around way too long. And he got stuck. Should have jumped on that road. He would have probably gotten away if he took a different path out of the base. Loses it to PTRS, field gun, bazooka hits. Although I think I think he's gonna wipe this. Incendiary bombing run. That was a late retreat. Didn't notice it in time. Well, not a great trade, but a trade. Mortar firing away at these guards. No big hits yet. Grenadiers fall pretty low to PTRS fire. They're going to be forced to retreat. MG set up right here, but it's pointed at a green cover position and is not in green cover itself. So it's probably going to go down. These two support guys are in green cover, which is why it has a green cover shield, but this model I am 100% sure is not in cover, so I don't really think the MG is going to survive this engagement unless the mortar actually hits something, which it sort of is doing, slowly. High explosive barrage will destroy their cover, I think. And the MG is going to retreat just to be safe, probably the right call. There it goes. Guard rifles will be able to... Ooh! To maybe advance and get this territory. If they don't die, there they go. They're just going to retreat. That mortar will hold the line for now. Hidden behind this tree line. Pretty good positioning on that mortar. It can bombard everything over here, and to kill it, the Allies would have to cross this giant red cover disaster zone. Grenadiers on the flank. Those PTRS combat engineers. Nailing them from this half of the map. Ooh, Molotov tossed onto the blob. Gonna force a full retreat before he takes too much manpower bleed. Needs to get out of there. He's up to 5 squads of Grenadiers, having chosen Luftwaffe supply. He probably needs to start dropping airdrop medical supplies, or not medical supplies, he needs to start dropping supply drop zone so that he can get his fuel income up and try and get to tier 4 as fast as possible and start spamming Panthers like there's no tomorrow. He actually is tier 4 already, and his first Panther is in production. If he can continue the fuel drops, he's going to be in a really good position for the mid/late game. That's one of the biggest strengths of Luftwaffe supply. That would be good to see. Scout car cruising down towards the south, somehow still miraculously alive. 7 kills, including 1 squad wipe on some conscripts. And it looks like ICE has gone tier 3. No commander selection from him yet. Close air support, lightning warrior, Jaeger, armor, has lots of options. We're not going to see any... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I didn't even realize that this... The Allies can't even get their vehicles out of their base. I'm actually casting a game in which they have the bugged base placement and they can't even field vehicles. No wonder we haven't seen any Allied vehicles. They need to make absolutely sure that they're using this rally point just to be able to get vehicles. Just to be able to make vehicles. Make sure you set your rally point really carefully on this map or this happens. Man, that really needs to be fixed. That is so stupid. Is there anything you can do about this? If they were to blow up this ambulance, could the Su-76 like run over these trees or something? Probably not. M20 might have been able to squeeze through.
Anti-tank mine set to go. Mortar rounds incoming. Orders to hand down.
Well, there's the supply drop, although if I'm being honest, I don't think the Allies even can win this game. If they don't set a non-bugged rally point. I don't know. Engagement happening for this area is going to be pretty much infantry only. Panzerfaust connects to the Sherman there in the south. That's going to get pushed away. Alright, so Fallschrimjaeger learned from his mistake. He set the right rally point. Got a Sherman on the field. That's good. I mean, it's not really his mistake. He learned from Relic's mistake, I guess, would be a more accurate statement. And actually fielded a Sherman out of the proper rally point. Su-76 can't really go anywhere, though. It's just trapped. Panther's going to catch that Sherman with its damaged engine, hunts it down easily. Sherman never even switched to armor-piercing rounds. They could have at least tried to get a little damage done to that Panther before dying. No mines to screen the retreat path. Su-76 continues to just be like, I am stuck. I am stuck. What can I do? Flamethrowers deployed here will chase away an LMG rifle squad in the north. Axis need to get some victory points back under their control, though. Despite winning engagements, they are triple capped. Really need to slow down the clock. Or turn the clock in the other direction. 3 fuel caches deployed by the Allies. Another Sherman rolling onto the field. I certainly hope that the Soviet player calls in his T-34s from the right rally point. If he does it over here, that's like gonna be GG. Squad almost gets wiped by a Tiger, making its way onto the field.
Crowds show 300 points on their line. We're losing a capture point.
MG42 suppresses a couple conscripts. Oh, that mortar was close. MG42 moves into a different position to try and keep them suppressed. Mortar continues to fall. Huge mortar hit right there. Tiger is a serious threat to them on retreat. They're gonna get away though. They'll be fine. Couple territory points falling back into Axis control, and there goes the heavy mortar. We'll have to retreat. Oh, what happened down here? Engine damage on the Sherman. Got too close to the Panzerfaust. Got too close to the Panzerfaust. It's too close air support. It's not even necessary. There's a Panther right here. Completely unsupported Sherman. Thing's guaranteed dead. Stupid close air support helps, I guess. This blob needs to not walk into this strike zone. This is just asking for it. Oh god, when that plane comes around for the second pass, everything's gonna get shredded, especially if they clump. Don't clump up like this. Maybe they'll get lucky and the whole pass will hit some trees or something. If not, it's just any second. Seriously, any second. Okay, they're spreading out a little. That wasn't that bad. It hit the house. Mostly just shot the house. This doesn't work, Scarface. Didn't you learn from the first engagement that this does nothing? Oh, God. Has no LMGs, getting grenaded so hard. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the effort. Ooh, oh, man. In the red cover, too. Jeez. That's stupid close air support. Squad just popped like a balloon. Mortar taking control of the munitions point again. Center. For this is probably one of the only games I've ever seen with an undefended center of the map. Usually, this could not be more opposite the last cast I did. Not a single unit defending. It's amusing. Tiger hit a mine up here in the north. It's immobilized. Fortunately, the field gun was a little too close. He needs to crew that field gun. Just crew the field gun with those guards, and that's a dead Tiger. Oh, he's waiting for. And he doesn't gain anything by sitting here buttoning it. Oh, did he really do this? No! Why didn't you just call it in from over here? That's what the little X on the mini-map means. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh my god. Well, that's GG, I think. I don't think there's anything he can do. Except for wish that he had not done that, I guess. Field gun's about to destroy this Tiger over here.
Brave infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
You know, I've emailed Cynthia about this. I told her this is a game-breaking bug and it needs to get hotfixed. She said she told the team about it. Relic knows about this. I hope they'll hotfix it soon. I don't know what the deal is, though.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
This is seriously, like, this is probably happening in hundreds of games every day. Because this is a 3v3 map, too. I can't believe that they've let this be a bug in their game for this long. This is just, the game is broken on this map. You cannot even, you may as well just surrender. There's nothing you can do about this. I mean, there is, you can use the other rally point, but you shouldn't have to. That's so stupid.
Enemy down! Adjust fire! Lousy patch of dirt is ours.
Tiger's getting repaired. Second Tiger moving onto the field. Pretty sure there's nothing the Allies could possibly do to win this, though. I feel like it's really just a matter of time before Tigers kill them. That one's retreating with marked target. A bunch of Allied infantry probably going to die on retreat because of how overextended they are. There is a Tiger in their retreat path. More Panthers rolling onto the field. South Victory Point firmly in Axis hands. Center's got basically no defenses except for some AT guns.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out. Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Hey, that SU-76 actually got to fire. And these Panthers enter the Soviet base and give some of these vehicles the sweet release of death. One of them goes down to SU-85 fire. Don't think it matters that much though. Pretty sure it's GG. A couple team weapons in the middle getting cleared out. These Panthers disengage. Fallschrimjaeger just quit. So the player surrenders. So there's the game. GG. Relic wins.